الله لا إله إلا
We now have great honor in presenting to you our brother Ahmed Deedat from the
قال الله تعالى في شان حبيبه إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل وسلم على سيدنا محمد وبارك وسلم. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وإن تتولوا يستبدل قوما غيركم ثم لا يكونوا أمثالكم صدق الله العظيم. My dear brethren, I read to you the last segment of the last ayah of Surah Muhammad. You know that there is a surah in the Quran and the name of the surah is Muhammad. Allah Bari Ta'ala has named it so in honor of the name of our Nabi Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Surah Muhammad. I don't know whether you know at home how easy or how difficult it is for you to find this. Somebody tells you that this is from Surah Muhammad. It is, I feel, a very important duty on our part that when anybody makes any references to the Holy Quran and gives you a reference, to go home and check it out. Not that you are doubting the speaker, that the man has some reason to bluff you. No. The very fact that if you take the trouble of checking up these references, you read the ayah with the translation and the commentary, it will help you in understanding what the learned man has already said. And by doing that, that part of knowledge will become your own property. Like this, it's more like an entertainment. You listen to a beautiful lecture and we go into ecstasy, sometimes we shed tears and we say how nice, the Qari bacha the Quran and how nicely the Imam, delivered his beautiful message. But what was it? It's forgotten very easily. But if we take the trouble of checking up the references, that will become a part of your own property, your own knowledge. And you in turn will be able to share with others. From that point of view, go home and check it out. But how will you find this surah, Muhammad? In our Arabic Quran, very difficult. The one called the Mashhaf, what we have been reading as children, from Alif, Ba to the end, what we have been reading, we memorize, but we don't know the meaning. And the reference is very difficult for the non-Arab especially to find. But if you have a translation like this particular one here, as our chairman has introduced, by Abdullah Yusuf Ali, this particular one has so many advantages over any other translation, over all translations. This translation is the only translation which gives you an ayah by ayah translation, verse by verse. The other translations, people have taken the shortcut, they put one whole page of the Arabic on one side and the English on the other side. You don't know which verse refers to what. Unless you are a scholar, you'll know, otherwise you don't know which is which. This one here, it begins, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Side by side, say, in the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. So all praise is due to Allah, the cherisher and sustainer of the worlds. Side by side. Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. most gracious, most merciful, Maliki Yawmiddin, master of the day of judgment. Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'een. So thee alone we worship and thee alone we ask for help. Ihdina as-sirat al-mustaqim. Guide us on to the straight path. Sirat al-lazina an'amta alayhim. The path of those on whom thou hast bestowed thy favors. Ghayr al-maghdubi alayhim wal-dallin. Not of those who earn thine anger, not of those who go astray. Side by side, verse by verse. Translation. Over a period, if you keep on repeating, like most of my brethren in the Cape, I find that they know Surah Yasin by heart. Again and again I hear them bacha the Yasin Sharif. Almost everybody I come across seem to know Surah Yasin. What about the meaning? If you also take the trouble, we are told that Yasin is the heart of the Quran. What makes it the heart of the Quran? It's only by reading alone, bacha the Quran, with tartil, beautiful. Allah will give you sawab, but you will not discover why it is the heart of the Quran. What makes it the heart? So if you see the translation, the meaning, it has a different importance to you. Where do you find Yasin? Probably you know. In the Quran at home you have a marker there. Because we are told, read it again and again, lot of blessings, and it's usually if somebody is dying, say if you read Yasin Sharif, you know, his soul, his ruh departs in peace, more peacefully. And we do that, we read. When somebody is on the throes of death, we read Yasin Sharif, so we know where to find it. But Muhammad, where will you find Surah Muhammad? In this particular one, at the back of it is a very comprehensive index, just like a dictionary. You look for M, Muhammad starts with M. There's everything about Muhammad. So everything that the Quran speaks about our Nabi Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is in there. Everything on your fingertips. But we are looking for Surah Muhammad. The names of surahs are in italics, a special type of writing. You read that, also under M, Muhammad, it will tell you chapter 47. 47 is easy to find. You know why? Because every page is numbered. 2, 3, 4, 5, 20, 30, 40, 47. Easy to find because every page is numbered. Once you found chapter 47, surah 47, then I tell you is ayah number 38. Easy to find. Once you found the surah, ayah also easy to find. 38. The last segment, the last quarter of the last verse of Surah Muhammad, Allah gives us a dire warning, a terrible warning, an awesome warning. What does he say? He says, وَإِن تَتَوَلَّوْا يَسْتَبْدِلْ قَوْمًا غَيْرَكُمْ ثُمَّ لَا يَكُونُوا أَمْثَالَكُمْ. What is that? So, O you Muslims, if you turn back from the duties and responsibilities which Allah has imposed upon you for being the khayra ummatin, we believe that we are the khayra ummatin, the best of people. He describes us so. He says, kuntum khayra ummatin ukhrijat linnas, that you are the best of people evolved for mankind. Not for yourself, but for mankind. The Arabs, not only for the Arabs, but for mankind. The Malays, not only for the Malays, but for mankind. ukhrijat linnas, ta'muruna bil ma'rufi wa tanhawna 'anil munkar. What makes you the best of people? Because you are Saudis, you are Pakistanis, you are Malaysians, what? He says, no, ta'muruna bil ma'rufi wa tanhawna 'anil munkar, because you enjoin what is right and you forbid what is wrong. These are your qualifications. Wa tu'minuna billah, and you believe in Allah. If these are your qualities, then you are the best of people. Not your race, not your language, not your color. You stand for this? تَأْمُرُونَ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ وَتَنْحَوْنَ عَنِ الْمُنْكَرِ وَتُؤْمِنُونَ بِاللَّهِ. You are the best of people. But if once you become the best of people, this status, this position Allah puts you in, it also confers upon certain responsibilities. There is no honor without responsibility. Every position of honor carries with it certain responsibilities. Our Imam, he carries a greater responsibility than the Muazzin. You agree? The person who just a sweeper, who dusts the place, he's got his responsibilities. The principal of a school has his responsibilities. The headmaster of the school has his responsibilities. The manager, you are a manager, you have certain responsibilities. You are the ruler in the country, you have your responsibilities. In the house, you have your responsibilities. There is no position of honor. Ala fi shan habibihi, inna Allah wa malaikatahu yasalluna ala nabi, ya ayyuhallazina amanu sallu alayhi wa sallimu taslima. Allahumma salli ala sayyidina Muhammadin wa barik wa sallam. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وإن تتولوا يستبدل
الله لا إله إلا
And the name of the surah is Muhammad. Allah Bari Ta'ala has named it so, in honor of the name of our Nabi Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Surah Muhammad. I don't know whether you know at home how easy or how difficult it is for you to find this. Somebody...
We now have great honor in presenting to you our brother Ahmed Deedat from the
قال الله تعالى قوما غيركم ثم لا يكونوا أمثالكم صدق الله العظيم. My dear brethren, I read to you the last segment of the last ayah of Surah Muhammad. You know that there is a surah in the Quran